Hello again. I will be talking about probiotics. And what's interesting about probiotics, most people come to the store I work at and they're like, I need some acidophilus or probiotics or something. I just took some antibiotics, and I think probiotics are something useful to take all the time. Even though I don't always do it, but they're useful to take, especially if you're having intestinal problems. I muscle tested a lot of probiotics, and unfortunately, they don't always test that strong. Most of them kind of test weak. Even really high quality, quote unquote high quality ones, expensive ones. A couple that test strong would be Dr. Marshall's from Premier Research Labs. Dr. Ohira, I think. It's like this green box, about $40. That's about it. Most of them don't really test that strong. If I see something that's lots, better than this, I'll recommend it. But this I found to be pretty amazing. I've tested this on the Wall of Death. It tastes pretty awesome. It's by HealthAid. Not a big fan of this company at all, really. Like, I could care less about their products, except this is a really awesome product. A couple little quick notes about this product. It does have some excipients, magnesium stearate, and some vegetable cellulose, not a big deal. Rice maltodextrin, again, not a big deal. Corn maltodextrin, that's kind of an issue because it's just a heavy genetically modified genetic modification that they do with corn products. But what's cool about this, a couple things. It's you're supposed to refrigerate it. Each pill has 50 billion in it. And so, like I said, it's hard to tell the difference between one probiotic from another till you muscle test. Because one thing sounds great, oh, it has this in it or that in it. Yeah, but does it test strong? Does it make you stronger? You get someone that's strong, they test strong in intestine, you give them a probiotic and it makes them weak. You're going, why are we giving them something that's going to make them sick, So that kind of sucks. And anyway, the long and the short of it is this. This has 50 billion per capsule. You get about 30 of them. This is not a cheap probiotic, but it's about 35 to 50 bucks. Retail's probably about 45. I think we sell it for like 30 or something. I don't know, whatever. Or 34 or something. The point is, there's something really important about this. This is acid and bile resistant strains. Dairy and gluten free. I don't really care about the dairy and gluten-free part. It's an extra bonus. But the acid and bile resistance. So what happens is, a lot of times you'll get probiotics that you have to protect from the gut, from the bile and the acids in the stomach. And what I found, and this makes sense, is see the ones that have colonized in our body, the species. If you look on the back, they have like these kind of like subspecies or whatever they're called, however they classify them. But there's these kind of numbers next to them. They're like types from these, because there's just like people, there's different types of bacteria, and they all kind of have a different attitude, a different kind of personality, how they react and do their thing. But the cool thing is it bypasses the stomach acids and the bile. And that's what naturally in our history those bacteria have done anyway. Now, that doesn't mean some of it doesn't sneak in through your food and stuff, and it could have colonized that way. But when we have strains that are that can endure, that's pretty good. And when it muscle tests strong, that's really good too. So we got a couple good winning points on this one. Again, like I said, not a big fan of this company, but this is a primo product. I give it like a 10 plus. Especially when you compare it to some of the stuff out there. Now, I think what's really interesting is when you put different kind of minerals and different type of amino acids and different type of phytonutrients with this, these feed off those things, and it expresses a certain type of they make other types of protein than if you were to eat this with a hamburger. Okay, and I think one of the biggest secrets to health is not just keeping your gut healthy, but it's like putting your gut bacteria on steroids. Okay? I'm not talking about steroids like the bad steroids, even though they're not necessarily all that bad. The point is, there are really bad types of steroids. But the point is, when you have a really strong, healthy, vibrant bacteria in your intestines, they spread out there at your body too. And there's also a connection with that. Like recently, there was an article I was reading on diabetes being connected with the bacteria in your intestines. Now, when you look at homeopathic literature, we have bowel nosodes, and every chronic condition is connected to some kind of imbalance in the intestinal tract, according to the bowel nosode theory, and it totally makes sense. Anyway, cool product. Hope you check it out. I think these work better not by themselves only with like good fibers. I mean, feed it with a watermelon or nuts and seeds, a good vegetarian diet. You know, powders from like Health Force and things like that. So enjoy. Good luck.